It's Hockey Night in Gelbany. Updates from all across the league will be brought to you during these intermission reports. This game was played on Friday between the Tigers and the Dragons. Tedloghec got their first 2 goals in history by Emre Akilic and Luis Escara. Sojin Cho would try to fight back with a beautiful goal against Yel Closure, who had been great in his debut up to this point. He would continue to be throughout the night, though, as that would be the only goal to get past him. Emre Akilic would ice the game on an empty net goal. 3-1 victory for the Tigers. Today, Ruben First and Adrian Welshman both solving. Thomas Pavlik, who led in 2 pretty poor goals. That's the first, and here's the second. A shot from far away that just trickles in. Maarsfort and Cosmos City playing tonight. We will keep you updated during the breaks of this one. See you then. Well, we welcome you to the Mars Fortress, home of the Maarsfort Mavericks, where the Cosmos City Supersonics played their first game against the Maarsfort Mavericks. Ozan Karakaya starting in net, number 34 for the Supersonics. He will not be starting against Jorge Aravena. The Mavericks have elected to play Mehmet Kolzak, so he will also be playing in his first GHL game. Iago Gerudo, Thiago Amancio on the faceoff. Amancio wins. The yellow helmet is on Pittenbar because he has the most points for his team. The Supersonics yet to have a player with a yellow helmet because they have not yet played a game. This is Heredia. Heredia up and shooting. I don't think that reached the net. Felipe Ponce in with a shot, but it was a soft one. They still have it. Offensive pressure early for the Supersonics, but nothing comes out of it. Mehmet Kolzak has held his ground so far. We're not sure how he compares to Jorge Aravena. They elected to start Aravena, in the first game. I don't know whether that was strategic or not. Defense has it now. Up to Pittenbar. All alone, shooting just wide. He has 3 goals, one of 2 players to have that many goals. And it goes the other way. Heredia to Ponce. Shooting. Not the greatest shot. The defense gets a dangerous rebound. Up to Pittenbar once again. Deking through the defense, shooting, and that was a save by Karakaya this time, I believe. Shooting and scoring. Flores over Kempe. On the one-timer, Karakaya had no clue where it was. Great pass, better shot. And what a goal that is early for Flores over Kempe. The fans in Maarsfort are very excited with this team. They already have a win, playing in their second home game now. They're looking for 2 of 2. Landry loses the faceoff here. And Maarsfort is back in. They score again. Honkanen this time. And that's 2 goals on 2 shots in about 25 seconds or less. Daniel Honkanen takes it in off the faceoff and scores early. Karakaya does not look stable after that second goal. Up until then, he was playing just fine, but didn't face many offensive chances. Now Rory Irving and Cliff Landry once again. Rory Irving wins a second time. Could they go 3 for 3? Irving shoots, but it's just wide after the save. That might have been one of the most important saves in Karakaya's career. If he misses 3 in a row there, does he even come back? Good check by Heredia there, but they couldn't get back in position. Actually, that was Jermaine Tulloch. Good shot there, but it goes the other way. This is Jermaine Tulloch. In by himself, waits, passes back, shoots. That was Clint Landry, but it's saved. Karakaya trying to regain composure after a 2-goal explosion from the Mavericks. Neither of which coming from Pittenbar, who currently wears the yellow helmet for them. Landry and Irving once again. Landry holds it up. Lange got a shot off. Didn't go in the net, though. Comes the other way. Good shot. Saved by Karakaya. Defense grabs hold of it behind the net. Try to pass up to Jermaine Tulloch. It did not get to him. Pass back to the defense. In and shooting just wide. He shot a little bit to the left. The rebound would have been wide open in front of the net for Honkanen to capitalize. It did not happen. Offsides. And Miroslav Lange cannot get an opportunity there as Clint Landry had his feet over the line. What a shot that was, and a better save by Karakaya. Tentatively, the Supersonics are in 10th in the league because they are the only team not yet to play. Only 3 teams have yet to win a game or lose in overtime like Kriedbach did. Losing in overtime is worth 1 point. Obviously, overtime win is worth 2, and a regular time win is worth 3 points. Only 3 teams yet to have a single point, including Supersonics. That makes 4, but they have not had the opportunity yet. Currently, they're on pace for 0 points. Good shot there. Better save by Karakaya. Pittenbar out in front with the yellow helmet on. It's hard not to see him. Iago Giruda passes back to Salvador Heredia. Iago Giruda shooting. Defense saves on the line there. Flores over Kempe. In. He doesn't have time. Passes to Pittenbar. Shooting. Saved by Karakaya. 1.1 second left. And then the period will be over. Maybe one last opportunity for the Mavericks if they can get a one-timer off the face-off. But time is their opponent. Collins Beerer will take the face-off. Mikhail Skarup for the Supersonics. Skarup wins, and that's the period. 2-0 is the score, and they were scored on 2 successive shots. Karakaya has looked fine since then, but he could be fine the rest of the game, but they won't have a chance to win unless the offense can get going. Salvador Heredia, Iago Giruda need to pick it up for their team. Pittenbar, the best goal scorer in the league, and his team will come back after the intermission. We'll give you a report on what's happening around the league. Till then, we'll see you. It's hockey night in Gelbany, and here's the first intermission report. Dante Giovanni gets his first and the first goal in Nahkachev Nighthawk history. He would not be the only one to score this period, as Iowine Ty also gets one past Kawiki Kamau. The score is 2-0 Nighthawks down in Altiplano. Mikhail Isaev with the first goal in Condors history. He puts it past Gel Clocheret as they play the Tigers. Ismet Zahirovic scores in a tight game, a tight physical game against the Turkey Titans. That's the only goal so far, and it looks like it may be the only goal of the game if the saves keep up in this one. Anything but saves happening down in Kriedbach as Marco Phillips scores on his back as it trickles past the pads of Pavlik. Not a very good game for him so far. Abdel Najem gets the crowd going 3-1, and look at that crowd pop. However, it not last very long as Marcos Phillips scores, this time on his knees, a clean hit and an even cleaner goal as we bring you the second period of this game in Maarsfort. One period is over, 2 to go here in Maarsfort. The Mavericks up 2-0. Tony Amancio on the faceoff. Tiago Amancio and Iago Girudo. Tiago versus Iago. Iago wins the faceoff. Back to the defense. That's Azaraza. Up the wing. Looking to pass center. Does. The shot is weak. But it goes in anyway. Iago Girudo. It was a weak shot. Then he goes in, I think, picks up his own rebound. Either that or Kolsak just couldn't get to it. But that is the first goal in Supersonic history. Iago Giruda makes it 2-1. So what happened? It deflects off the stick of the defender. So the initial shot wasn't actually weak. It just got deflected. Comes right off the pad. I don't think Kolsak knew where it was. Girudo picked up the rebound. And it's a 1-goal game. Azaraza with the assist. Azaraza has the puck again. Could they score 2-on-2 shots? It won't happen. Azaraza knocked down. Up the other way now. Over Kempe with it. In alone, shooting, saved by Karakaya. The defense with it now. Checked, puck out in front, saved by Karakaya, who elects to freeze the puck. He's got to maintain composure. And if he does, and if the offense fires like they are to start this period, they have a chance to come back in this game. Girudo and Amancio. They're off. Here is Salvador Heredia, the captain, in, shooting, saved! What a save by Kolsak. Heredia out again, tried to pass to the slot, but there was nobody there. Pittenbar takes it and passes to his centerman, Tiago Mancio. My apologies. Up the other way. Shooting, saved by Karakaya. Back to Gerudo. To Heredia. Heredia shooting, and it just goes wide. Gerudo tried to deflect it in. Did not work. Overkempe had it briefly. Gerudo fighting with Overkempe. Gerudo has it. Out in front, shooting, just wide once again. Heredia to the defense. It's Azaraza. Saved. Good goaltending from both sides. Pittenbar almost had it. They keep it in the zone. It's a scramble. No real chances came off of that. They got to clear the zone now, or else they could be in trouble. Just need to pass it out. Pittenbar's wide open, and he finally clears the zone and heads the other way. He's all alone. Pass the defense off the leg of the defender, though. Can't get the shot on net. Passes back. Tries to dangle around the defense, and it's saved. Karakaya didn't have to make a save there. The defense did the saving for him. Shooting. Saved. Good shot, though, by Miroslav Lange. Kolsak has been excellent all night. Just didn't see that one puck that rebounded off his pads and stayed in the crease where Gerudo scored on him. On the other side, Karakaya has been good, too. He's had 8 saves on 10 shots. One of them, he really had no chance. The second one was just a momentum breaker for him. Out in front, but no real offensive pressure. Jermaine Tulloch tries to go in to grab it. Can't get it done. Defense has it. Coming up the other way. Good check there. Azaraza pinned up against the walls. Pass back up. That's Landry to Lange behind the net. Jermaine Tulloch can't grab it, and the defense has it. Up the other way now. 2 Mavericks on the play. Doesn't pass, though. Shoots, and it's saved by Karakaya. Miroslav Lange playing on the right, despite being a left winger. Another good shot. Another better save. 1 minute to go in the second. And these two teams have been fairly close outside of that one burst of offense from the Mavericks. The period will come to a close, and it'll be 2-1 heading into the third. It's anybody's game. Good period for both goaltenders. A total turnaround of composure for Karakaya. Mancio and his team. How will they respond in the third? We'll be back with the intermission report. After that, the third period. It's hockey night in Gelbany, and here's a second intermission report. Samuel Charpentier got the third goal in a 3-0 victory for the Nighthawks over the Pythons. It's the first shutout in GHL history. Azar Nadirov was not scored on all night long. Meanwhile, in Kriedbach, Thomas Pavlik got scored on for the 5th time. This one was by Clive Baxter on a beautiful goal. He didn't have much of a chance to save this one, but the first 4, you would like some saves. Emre Akilic is the second player in GHL history to get to the 3-goal mark. He puts one past Wayne Rowland to tie the game up at home. Unfortunately, the tie would not last very long, as Teuvo Adisari would score with 34 seconds left on the clock to make it 2-1. What a goal for them, and what a win it would end up turning out to be for the Chinatown Condors. It would not be the only goal they scored, however, as they would also score on an empty net. Sam Saunders gets his first, and the second shutout in GHL history, Hisato Saiki and the Dragons hold on for a 1-0 victory. He was just short of being the first in history as we head back to the third period. 2 periods down, 1 to go here in Maarsfort. 2-1 is the new score. Thiago Mancio, Iago Gerudo on the faceoff. Mancio wins once again. Sends it back. Pittenbar gets there. Out in front, shooting, saved. No! Off the glove of Karakaya and into the back of the net. It looked like Karakaya had it in his glove, but he didn't. It trickles its way into the net, and Pittenbar is the first player to get 4 goals He's got the yellow helmet on. He wants to keep wearing it. What a goal that is. And even Karakaya, I think he thought he had it too. Just hit the bottom of his glove and didn't go in. And then trickles into the net and there's nothing he can do. That was from Lorenzo Tevez and Thiago Amancio. It's 3-1 now here in the third. There's Lorenzo Tevez. He had the assist. But that was all Pittenbar. Coming from the corner, out in front, shooting right under the glove, and getting his 4th goal, the leading goal scorer of the GHL now. Here comes Felipe Ponce. In by himself, gets it poked away. Here comes the team. Gerudo had a shot. It was saved. Pittenbar was wide open, elects to let his defense lead the charge. Actually, that's Tony Amancio. Amancio to the side, shooting, saved. Pittenbar with a fire shot from far away. Doesn't hit the net, though. Amancio out in front, saved by Karakaya. Pittenbar fighting along the boards. Heredia is in there. Gerudo comes over. Gerudo and Heredia now. It's Azaraza with it. Azaraza up all alone. He outsped his team. Now he has to wait for them to catch up. Gets surrounded. Tries to dump it, but it comes off the boards uncleanly. And it goes the other way. Flores over Kempe. Loses the puck. Over Kempe. Back to defense. Shooting, and it's wide. Dump behind the net. And now Pittenbar has it once again. Period halfway over. Amancio with it now. Out in front, shooting. Saved by Karakaya. And that was a good one. That's a high-sticking call on Salvador Heredia. And he will go to the box. Not what they need from their captain. Down by 2 in the third period with less than half to go. 9:03 on the clock. So they have to kill this penalty and score 2 to take it to overtime, score 3 to win in regulation and get the maximum amount of points in this game. It doesn't look likely. Larry Gardner, Mikhail Skarup on the penalty kill. Holland, Milanowski, and Pradip on the power play. It's one with the defense and flipped out. Good start to the kill. Penalty already a quarter over. This is Pradip. Around the defense, passes it back, shoots, Karakaya saves it. Easy one there. Flipped into the offensive zone. Defensive zone for the Mavericks, and they have to regroup once again. Penalty halfway over. They might get 1 or 2 more shots. Pradip passes across. Shot, saved by Karakaya, who covers it up for the whistle. 27 seconds left on the power play. Holland with a good shot, but not good enough to beat Karakaya. 3 players have done it so far, but 3 might be the limit, as Karakaya has played very well tonight. Critical face-off win in the defensive zone. To end that power play, they might get 1 last shot if they're lucky. Nope, it'll be over. Heredia's back out. Heredia doesn't know where the puck is. They slip right by him. Karakaya could have played it, elects to freeze it. And I imagine that first line's going to come back out for the Supersonics. All Spaniards, Ponce, Gerudo, and Heredia. No, they're electing to play Lange, Landry, and Tedloghec instead. The second line out. I guess they think they have a better chance at evening up this game. Up to Jermaine Tedloghec. Landry is free. He elects to shoot anyway. Maybe should have passed to Landry. 3-1 remains the score. 4:32 on the clock. This is to no fault of Ozan Karakaya. Mehmet Kolsak has been just about as good as him, but he has been luckier. 3-1 is the score. 14 saves on the night for Kolsak. Karakaya has more than that. Or has had more shots against. I don't know if he has more saves. Here come Maarsfort once again. That's the defense. In, shooting, and just wide. Here comes the forwards. Back to the defense. To the middle, shooting, saved by Karakaya. 2 minutes left to tie up this game. They would need a goal a minute. They could pull their goaltender for extra support. Will it help? Karakai has been great in net. You pull him, Maarsfort will score. Miroslav lands, loses the puck. Here might be the goal. It's a good check instead. Here comes second line. Landry out in front, shooting, saved. And they might have needed that goal to go in for a chance to win. 44 seconds left. And they still need 2. That's 1 goal per 22 seconds. And I don't know if they can do that. Kolsak has been amazing in that all night. I don't know if he can let in 2 back-to-back. Then again, Karakaya did earlier. Gerudo, Ponce, and Heredia are out. They lose possession. It comes the other way. From far and into the net, Tiago Amancio puts the game to bed. And the fans know it. Tiago Amancio with his first. And it's not on a goalkeeper, but it's when they needed him most. 4-1, the current score. With the attack of the Supersonics firing the way it is, it would not be impossible for the game to end 4-2. Maybe, if there was a miracle, 4-3. But I doubt this game will go to overtime. Ibrahima had the assist. Pittenbar is out. Shooting, saved by Karakaya. Good thing they had the goalie in there. 26 seconds. The gap is too big to even bother pulling the goalie. It's frozen by Kolsak to let a bit of the clock drain out. 22 seconds remain. The result is all but confirmed. Maarsfort looking to be one of the first teams to win 2 games. They win the face-off there. 20 more seconds. Here they come. Shooting, saved by Karakaya. There should be a lot more goals in this game, but it's a great effort by Karakaya and Kolsak. And 4-1 will be the score. Maarsfort are the victors. And the Mavericks take game 2. 50 to go. But 6 out of 6 possible points in their first 2 opening games. Both at home. Both victories. A good start. Both goaltenders have now won a game for Maarsfort. The team doing their post-game routine. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Hockey Night in Gelbany. And while this game might not have been as fun as last Hockey Night in Gelbany's, every game counts in the regular season. And Maarsfort thankful to come away with 3 points here. 4-1 is the score. And we'll catch you on the next one.